How it is 420 Army. It's your boy Liam 2020, and today I'm going to be ranking every single Pixar film, including the one new film turning red that just came out yesterday. So we're going to go through every film from my least favorite to my number one favorite Pixar film, which, yes, as you can tell, my least favorite Pixar film is Cars 3, just by having it up here. So what makes Cars 3 the worst Pixar movie ever made? Makes no logical sense having fucking Bugattis in a NASCAR race. That does not make any sense. And Lightning is just an absolute cunt in this film for the most part. And somehow, literally, just, yeah, I don't know. Inside Out, yes. Yes, this is an unpopular opinion. Now, I actually did do a rant on this film on my other channel if you want to go check that out. Basically, it's just kind of really depressing on how they do growing up story, like moving. This Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, I don't want to say what I said there. I'm not gonna say for everything I said there. You're gonna have to watch it to find out. But yeah, that's basically Inside Out. Now, Cars 2. Yes, there are two Pixar films worse than this one that we have already cleared out. This is just really crappy, which I actually consider this film watchable, despite it being kind of shitty, but I mean, it did have some action scenes, so that's why it's not like Cars 3 with no logic, but yeah, I mean, there's like many ways I could change the spy plot, which I'll tackle that someday, but yeah. The Good Dinosaur is another really crappy film. It's just a dinosaur in a big egg that's small, and he doesn't know how to put his mark on a silo for doing something big. It's like, what? It's almost like a lion. This is just like a knockoff of Land Before Time, which those films are actually good. Because I haven't watched this film since then. Like, I watched this film back in, like, spring of 2016. I haven't watched it since then. Just stupid. Just kind of crappy. Didn't really like it that much, but yeah. Okay, yeah, Toy Story 3. This one was just meh. I didn't really, I mean, it was alright. I just didn't really mind it as much, because basically them going to a daycare is kind of just, I don't know. And then there's the love story with Barbie and Ken. It's like, I mean, but yeah, I mean, obviously you know what's gonna happen, so it's like from the original Barbie cartoons, which I only watched like a few of those. But yeah, that's basically Toy Story 3. Just, nah. Monsters University. Yeah, this prequel, I mean, it's a little bit better than Toy Story 3. It's just not really like. I mean, yeah, it does show how Sully and Mike met each other and became pals, which is what prequels do, but we're supposed to believe that they were kicked out of a scare program. I mean, obviously they failed their final exam and then they participated in scare games. Well, honestly, I don't know if that's what it is at college, which I am actually going there right now, so that's why I'm kind of slow on uploads, but yeah. Monsters University is just, and a little better than Toy Story 3, though. And that, because the Dumb and Dumber prequel is actually kind of better than this. Finding Dory is actually decent. It's actually a good sequel. I mean, just it's alright. Just kind of like them retelling the whole same film again, but this time it's Dory they're going after her, obviously, because then they go to like a literal animal place, like a museum. I don't know any animal museums that are open. Like, I don't know any of their names, but yeah. Also, Hank there just keeps camouflaging because I have not seen that before. It's not like the monster films had a character like that, because they did. But yeah, I might do some tackling on these films Or, yeah, but Incredibles 2. Actually, Incredibles 2 is a little bit better than Finding Dory. It did have some action stuff to it, but it's like, superheroes are illegal? Like, what? Come on, even in the Marvel universe, superheroes were allowed. Or Marvel and DC. I mean, I haven't seen too many Marvel movies. I saw Avengers number 1, number 2, number 4, but yeah, Incredibles 2 just like trying to legalize superheroes. And the new villain, who's like nowhere near as good as Syndrome, wasn't the first movie, but yeah. Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4. This was actually a teeny bit better than Toy Story 3. With Forky. Forky was absolutely hilarious. And even though there's those two guys that are literally stuck to each other that just, I forget their names, so they just keep attacking Buzz when he gets to the stand, and even shows like a flashback of how why Bo Peep wasn't in Toy Story 3. It's nice to see her back in this film, though. But, yeah, that's why this film is actually a little bit better than Toy Story 3. Because they're actually out in the open, not just in one daycare literally the whole time. But, oh yeah, Cars 1. Yes, when I was a wee little kid, this was my favorite movie of all time. So, what happened? Well, just through a recombination of watching all the other Pixar films, this actually it got knocked back a ton. It's like, it's still alright. Would have been a little bit, I mean, it had a nice story. I mean, it did have a somewhat decent story. Like, I don't know why people keep saying the story's bland, but just like taking a slow down to meet some people. That's always a good thing. That's why this film's alright. And even if it involves turning down your dreams, it's like, why would you turn down your dream? That's the only thing I didn't really like about this film, even as a kid. But, yeah. Finding Nemo. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Yeah. Finding Nemo really had some good stuff. It's good action scenes, like them being chased by sharks, jumping through jellyfish. Really great. And Nemo learning, it's like, yeah, maybe the ocean is... And even learning, like, maybe things aren't as dangerous as you say that they are. But, yeah. That's... And obviously Dory was sort of funny. But even though that's why Finding Dory wasn't really that great, you know, it was still decent. But yeah, if they included, I mean, if Darla were in this more, it would have been probably a bit better. But it's still good nonetheless. The original Toy Story. Yeah, Pixar really had a good start with this film. Yeah, basically seeing how toys move around. Or, I mean, honestly, I don't think they actually do in real life. I tried to set up a camera once, they didn't move. Or maybe they just knew that the camera was watching them. But, again, toys are probably not actually alive. But, yeah. This movie is great because it really has you just learning who you are, bonding, friendship, and all that. But, yeah, even though a lot of Pixar films kind of do that, but, yeah. Up. Up is actually a good film. Yeah. This is the 13th film. Yeah. I'm honestly not even keeping count of these. I've literally just have a Google slide open, just literally going through. But Up is good because it really involves seeing nature and instead of just trying to capture stuff. But yeah, that's why this Up is a good movie. Really would recommend checking it out. Even though the first few minutes are kind of sad, but other than that, the rest of the movie is like great. But yeah, and even old people can have places in life. That's basically what this film's trying to get at. Number 12 is Luca. Yeah, even though, well, this movie's not really a knockoff of a rip-off of The Little Mermaid, even though it does involve someone going ashore, that, like, they're a sea monster in the water, and then when they go to the shore, they turn human. But, yeah, this film is actually kind of good. sea monsters wanting to win a bike so they can just drive it around. But yeah, that's basically. I mean, I'm probably not saying much detail, but again, maybe I will probably do breakdowns of some of these films if you want me to do that. But yeah, Luke was a good film. Shows how even monsters can have a place among people. But yeah, yes, the new film Turning Red, as you saw in the title. It. This film was actually kind of funny. basically, it basically just like really helps people who feel self-conscious. Like, ew, I'm ugly as fuck. People aren't gonna like me when they see me like this. That's what this film really has an advantage over. And that's why it's miles better than Inside Out. But, yeah. And doing stuff that, like, you never did, that's why it's always good to let your kids do some of that stuff. It's like, well, I never did this, but, yeah, hopefully it's safe. But, yeah, that's why this film really does that. Toy Story 2, yes, I like Toy Story 2 a bit better than Toy Story 1, because it really has you going out on an action adventure. Literally, like, Woody getting taken away after his arm gets ripped, and, like, and some of the more funniness, it's like, even some more, like, Stinky Pete was kind of a decent villain, like, his backstory's kind of sad because he's a toy he never got played with, but yeah, that's why I like this. This movie's actually way better than Toy Story 1. A teensy bit, but yeah. That's why I like Toy Story 2 at number 10, I think? Is that number 10? I think this is number 10. Oh yeah, The Incredibles. Not really into superhero stories, but has some great action scenes. Syndrome is like one of the best villains ever I've seen in a film. Literally, just like the zero power where he just freezes people, just tosses them around. That is dope. And the action in this is just damn fucking amazing. But yeah, I'm not going to show my Syndrome action figure that I have next to me alongside Randall from Monsters Inc. and TV Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. But I mean, I've shown those in the past, but yeah. Eat is A Bug's Life. Yes, A Bug's Life is in the top 10. Bet you weren't seeing that coming. It's just really funny getting to know how bugs live and all that, except I don't think ants actually serve grasshoppers food. Oh, they even have circus bugs, and it's just like getting to know bugs and what they actually do, and they're not just pests that randomly show up, which does get kind of annoying. But yeah, that's why this film is actually really great. One of my top 5 favorite Pixar films before I watched all of them, and it got knocked back. This was originally like number 4. But yeah. Actually, no, like number 5. But whatever. Now it's number 8. Number 7 is Onward. Yeah, really great story with mythical creatures. Yes, miles better than Tinkerbell. Yeah. Because we have, like, what the fuck are Ian and Barley even? I don't even know what those are. And then there's, like, the pixies, like, even all the funniness. Yeah, basically them trying to see their dead dad. I think the dad's dead, or the movie doesn't say what happened to him. But this film really, yes, the one film that saved Pixar. Might tackle this in a breakdown saying why this movie saved Pixar. But yeah, even with the next entry, is it, I think, Soul? Oh no, Monsters Inc. is before Soul. Yeah, Monsters Inc. It is very good. Literally shows you, like, my little kids are so scared of monsters in their beds or in their closets. And now it's like, oh, so that's why. Because there's literally a fucking door going in, leading to their closet. Randall is my favorite character in the film, though. Sully and Mike are cool, but yeah, a few other. Usually, if the antagonist is the most likable character, that's usually a problem in a film, but that's not the case here. But yeah, that's basically Monsters Inc. Oh, WALLE. Yeah, WALLE is before Soul, right? For WALLE, this one really shows what's going to happen in our future. Like, is that actually going to happen one day? The entire planet gets covered with trash and we're going to have to live on a space station. That could potentially happen, so that's why I don't really recommend littering and all that stuff, because yeah, then our grass is going to die and we're going to get stuck on a space station like this movie shows. So that's why this is a good film, showing you it's like an environment movie, the good kind. Aha, here's Soul. This is another film about goals in life, that we want to succeed before we die, kinda, which is why there's spirits, even though Coco kind of did do that a bit with like what people were in life before they passed. This film is like literally just hits you hard, man. It's like, holy fuck. Really? And the first movie I went straight to Disney Plus and saved Pixar alongside Onward. Though again, to be fair, Pixar will probably have a few duds every now and then, but hopefully nothing like that happened in the 2010s. But yeah, that's Soul at number 4. Really great life story of what your talent is. Brave is number 3. Yes. You're wondering, wait, you're giving this movie... Yeah, it's a really good suspense horror action. Not really horror. I don't know if it's like a... I mean, yeah, it does get kind of scary, but then... If you know me, you know that I'm like... Outlast, that game really made me immune to jump scares. And that's why this... Well, actually, this movie is really tame. Really great action sequence, and more of a protective parenting, which Turning Red did, and yeah. And then, yes, number 2 is Ratatouille. This is my favorite Pixar film before Coco took its spot. But wait, what makes Ratatouille so great? It's kind of funny. It basically involves saying that anyone can cook, though sometimes, I mean, yeah, anyone can cook. I know I can. Sometimes it's just kind of messy, but yeah. If you've been in a kitchen with me, you know that I'm pretty much just gonna end up just, as long as you don't burn down the whole fucking kitchen. No, that would not be good. Then just don't do that and try to be a professional cook. And yeah, that's the kind of film Ratatouille really gives. Basically, be really great with and even like being wrong about trying to learn about other people and what they see. That's why this is another great film. And number 1 is Coco. Did a breakdown of this film, really explores themes of music and who someone really wants to be. Did a breakdown on this film to explain why this is the best Pixar movie. Even though, yes, it's still the best Pixar film, even though it literally came out right after Cars 3. But, yep, nothing's stopping this film from hitting the top spot. I'm not going to say everything I said in my breakdown of it, but really comes to you about family and what you think wanted to be happy and all that jazz. But, yeah, that's basically every single Pixar film ranked. Let me know what you think and how you would rank every single Pixar movie, even though there are a few unpopular opinions. But yeah, other than that, that's basically it for this ranking. So please like, sub, and peace.